In the city's financial hub, where every inch of land commands a premium, soaring glass skyscrapers pierce the sky. This is a place where the city's top capital and fastest information converge, yet it also harbors the most extreme desires and high-stakes maneuvering. Everyone moves with hurried purpose, clad in sharp suits and striding confidently. They are all chasing profits, vying for the next big trend, and battling the market's volatility. To outsiders, the financial industry appears cold and mercenary, valuing only numbers and results, where every win or loss is a matter of profit, and every market fluctuation stirs the restless hearts of those involved. Cole is a seasoned financial risk manager who has spent 15 years deep in the trenches of the financial district. He has witnessed the euphoria of bull markets, where countless people jumped on the bandwagon and tales of overnight fortunes spread through the streets. And he has lived through the freezing winters of bear markets, watching capital reseed and prices collapse, leaving investors mired in losses and wiped out overnight. Through 15 years of industry ups and downs, he has seen speculators strike it rich, clever players exploit regulatory loopholes for gain, and profit seekers consumed by greed until they lost everything. The financial market is never a gentle arena. It is a place of unpredictable volatility and shifting fortunes, where every fluctuation in the numbers impacts the livelihoods and well-being of countless people. Many who enter this field see their original intentions swallowed by restlessness. They come to believe that the market is a gamble and returns are a wager, convincing themselves that as long as profits are made, risks and ethical boundaries can be ignored. Yet, Cole has always held fast to a principle others find hard to grasp. The essence of finance lies not in exploitation or arbitrage, but in trust, responsibility, and the assurance of a safety net. In a financial district where everyone chases high yields and quick returns, Cole stands out as an anomaly. He never pushes aggressive investment schemes, never encourages clients to blindly chase rising prices, and certainly never conceals potential risks to boost his performance figures. While his peers scramble for high-net-worth clients and massive sales targets, dressing up returns with flashy data and luring investors with tempting promises, Cole alone prioritizes risk management above all else, placing his clients' stable returns ahead of his own performance metrics. Colleagues often teased him for being overly conservative and inflexible. In the fast-paced arena of finance, gentleness and caution were seen as liabilities. Only bold moves and a willingness to take risks could seize opportunities and secure a foothold. Despite the persuasion and mockery of others, Cole would simply smile calmly, steadfastly adhering to his original professional principles. He never forgot the first lesson he learned upon entering the industry. Finance is not merely about cold, hard numbers, but about the hopes and security of countless families. Late that autumn, the market saw the emergence of a trend that captivated the public. A new investment sector was heating up rapidly. Across the internet, people touted the prospect of doubling their money, and investors flocked to the market, terrified of missing out on a chance to get rich quick. This brief surge plunged the financial district into a frenzy. Major institutions rushed to launch aggressive investment products, inflating projected returns and scrambling for market share, while everyone reveled in the euphoria of the soaring market. To boost annual performance figures, the company mandated that all staff prioritize this high-volatility, high-risk product in order to capture market gains and drive up total revenue. Enticed by lucrative commissions and impressive performance rankings, most employees threw themselves into the effort, aggressively pitching the product to clients while glossing over hidden risks and hyping up the potential for doubled returns. The entire industry was swept up in a feverish frenzy, with almost no one willing to pause and examine the looming crisis beneath the surface. Cole alone adamantly refused. Through repeated data analysis, market reviews, and trend assessments, he clearly perceived that this irrational surge had completely detached from market fundamentals. The bubble was expanding rapidly, and a crash could happen in the blink of an eye. Extreme euphoria inevitably invites an extreme backlash. Should the market plummet, the first to suffer would always be the ordinary investors who had jumped on the bandwagon. His client list consisted not of investors wielding vast fortunes, but of everyday people, elderly individuals saving for retirement, hard-working wage-earning families, and young people trying to build savings for a stable life. They did not understand complex financial logic or the volatile market trends. They simply trusted the professionalism and sincerity of the practitioners, willing to entrust their hard-earned savings to them. Cole understood well that for the wealthy, an investment loss might be nothing more than a harmless experiment. For ordinary families, however, a disastrously aggressive investment could wipe out years of savings, disrupt a stable life, and even shatter all their hopes for the future. As a financial professional, he held not only the authority to manage investments, but also the trust of countless families. Despite pressure from the company to meet performance targets and criticism from colleagues, he refused to push the product. Instead, he contacted his clients one by one, patiently explaining the market dynamics, frankly outlining the hidden risks, and sincerely urging them to adopt the cautious, wait-and-see approach rather than blindly piling in. He walked away from lucrative commissions that were within easy reach and forfeited the chance to achieve outstanding performance metrics, all to safeguard the financial security of the ordinary people who trusted him. His colleagues grew increasingly baffled, even privately mocking him as foolish and stubborn for missing out on a golden opportunity. They couldn't understand why he would pass up immediate profits to cling to a useless, moral bottom line. Cole never wavered in the face of this skepticism. He firmly believed that while short-term performance figures could be inflated at a cost, long-term trust, once lost, could never be regained. One might chase immediate gains, but one must never compromise one's professional conscience. Just 2 weeks later, the frenzied market took a sudden, drastic turn. The bubble burst completely, and prices plummeted off a cliff. Once-hot sectors collapsed across the board, leaving countless investors who had bought in at the peak trapped with massive losses. The market was filled with lamentation as the savings of countless families shrank or vanished entirely. Many people went from being full of hope to utterly despairing overnight. The impressive performance figures his peers had chased so aggressively instantly transformed into a flood of complaints and disputes. Investors sought redress for their losses, and the industry's reputation suffered a devastating blow. Those employees who had previously profited from aggressive sales tactics found themselves in crisis. Not only were their performance records wiped out, but they also faced an endless stream of disputes and demands for accountability. Yet, not a single one of Cole's clients suffered a loss or incurred damage. While others agonized over financial setbacks and regretted their disastrous missteps, his clients weathered the market storm unscathed. The ordinary individuals he had patiently advised to remain on the sidelines avoided fatal risks, successfully preserving the savings they had spent years accumulating. In the wake of the turmoil, everyone finally understood the wisdom behind Cole's steadfastness. Choices that once seemed conservative or stubborn actually embodied the clearest professional judgment. Acts of restraint that appeared to forego profit actually reflected a precious, principled professional heart. In the profit-driven world of finance, the hardest task is never simply riding the trend to make a fortune. Rather, it is having the courage to swim against the tide during times of mass frenzy. Holding fast to one's bottom line, kindness,